It seems like recently Facebook has been on an absolute tear, shutting down people's ad accounts. I hear from people almost every single day, whether it's comments, DMs on Instagram, or email, that their ad account has gotten shut down and they have no idea why. Many of them reach out to customer support only to be told it's a policy violation, even though we all know they have violated no actual policies. Because I've heard from so many of you guys about this happening, I've been doing a lot of research into the topic and have tried to figure out why this is happening to so many people. The good news is, I think I have found an answer. So Facebook kind of has this unspoken rule about new ad accounts that isn't listed on their site, they don't tell anybody about, and it's kind of a gigantic maybe. It's called warming up your ad account. And basically the premise is this: if you start a new Facebook account, a new Instagram account, and a new business account, and a new ad account, all kind of back to back to back, and then you start running conversion ads, Facebook's AI automatically flags that as malicious. It seems like it's a bad actor who's created all this brand new stuff and is now trying to drive traffic to something that Facebook has not had time to vet. So they just shut the whole thing down. So the remedy to that is to warm up your Facebook ad account. So what does that look like? Well, first of all, you can't start out of the gate running conversion ads. This is probably the thing that is tripping up most everybody, especially those people who either have never run ads before, haven't had an ad account, or have an ad account and haven't run ads for a very long time. Even if you have run ads in the past, if you haven't run ads within the last month, your account is basically as good as new in the eyes of Facebook. So if you come out of the gate running conversions, having not run anything in the last month, in all likelihood, you're probably going to get flagged and your ad account is going to get shut down, which is super frustrating. So here are a few steps that we can take to either set up a new ad account and warm it up, or reactivate an existing ad account and warm it up so that we can start running conversion ads. So step one, before we do anything, if you have a brand new account or an account that has been on for a while but hasn't been active, you need to be active on your account before you start running ads. If you are trying to run, say, stories placements on Facebook, Messenger, and Instagram, you need to be posting regularly to Facebook and Instagram. Now, regularly doesn't mean every single day, multiple times a day. At least post once or twice a week on the feed of Facebook and on Instagram for a few weeks before you start running ads. Try to post a story a couple of times a week, and try to make sure you're replying to comments and commenting on other people's posts. This will tell Facebook and Instagram, basically Facebook, this is a real thing. This is a real person. It's an active account. This isn't some bot thing that's just going off trying to drive traffic to something that is bad. Step two, instead of starting with conversion ads, start with an engagement campaign. This keeps everything on the platform without trying to drive any traffic off of Facebook. So this is where you want to start with your ad account. I recommend starting with a budget that's comfortable for you, maybe $10 a day. Run that for a full week. You can either use an existing post on Instagram and Facebook, especially if you're posting to both and pushing it to both. You can boost an existing post, or you can just create an ad out of nothing and use it as a kind of dark post and boost it on both Facebook and Instagram if you're planning on driving traffic via ads to both places. Step three, after you have run an engagement campaign, either boosting a post or trying to get page likes on Facebook, then it's time to run a traffic campaign. And this is going to take traffic off of Facebook. However, it's not going to be a true deal conversion campaign with all the nitty-gritty setup. So this is kind of like the intermediary step between staying on the platform, boosting a post, going off the platform to just drive traffic there via link clicks, and then to the ultimate, trying to get to a conversion campaign. So you want to boost a post or something like that for a week, then run a traffic campaign for a week. After you've run ads for 2 weeks and you've been posting the whole time, then it's time to move into conversion ads. And so that's step number 4. Now you can set up your conversion campaign and you can run a regular conversion campaign like we have talked about so much on the channel. So now that we have gone through the steps of warming up our ad account and getting to conversions, let's talk about budget. I recommend you start at $10 a day. So boost a post for $10 a day for a week and then run a traffic campaign for $10 a day for a week. After that, your lifetime ad spend will be $140. So 2 weeks at $10 a day, you've spent $140. At this point, you will be able to either run a conversion campaign for $10 a day, or you will be able to run a conversion campaign as a release campaign instead of a growth campaign for up to $70 a day if you want to go that high. I recommend starting at about $50 a day if that's what you want to do. Basically, it's this. You don't want to jump up in budget over 50% of what your lifetime ad spend has been. So if you've spent $140 lifetime on your ad account, do not spend more than $70 in one day, because that's going to be a red flag for Facebook too. After you've spent, let's say you do spend $70 in one day. Now your lifetime budget is $210. So you can spend $105 a day the next day if you want to. What I recommend doing is spreading that out further. So don't go from $70 a day to $100 a day to whatever it is after that. I would run $10 a day for 2 weeks, and then I would run $10 a day growth for however long you want to run your conversion campaign for growth, or $50 a day for 3 days for a release campaign, and then either bump the budget up from there if you want to, tail it down, whatever you want to do based on, kind of what we've all talked about on this channel for a while. And that leads me to the very last point. Let's talk about some additional kind of considerations and rules that Facebook would never tell you they take into consideration, but they do. Number one, only focus on one ad account at a time for warming things up. Don't try to have 10 ad accounts and warm them all up simultaneously. That's going to be a red flag. Just focus on the one. Now, odds are most of you are like me, you're one artist, you have one ad account, and that's good. So if you just have one ad account, that's great. If you have any old ad accounts or dormant ad accounts that you haven't used in a long time, or you're not using anymore especially, delete them. Get rid of them. Inactive ad accounts, for some reason, can kind of add to the bad score if you get a flag. Within your ad account, don't hang on to old inactive campaigns for a super long time. I like to delete my campaigns kind of once a year and start fresh every year. So everything I ran in 2020 has now been deleted. I've kept all of my campaigns that I've run in 2021 and will keep them through to the end of the year. And come 2022, whatever I'm running currently will stay, but whatever I ran in 2022, I'll go ahead and delete because it's been turned off and is inactive. This helps kind of keep things clean. And also, it helps to keep your ad approval rate up. You can accidentally run into a disapproved ad if some rules change and you've got an ad that hasn't been turned off, but it has expired, the end date of the campaign has been reached. It can go into the review process again and potentially get rejected, which will count against you. So you want to get rid of those old ads, or at least make sure they're turned off if they've been inactive for a while. And then the very last kind of best practice, if you have multiple accounts, multiple ad accounts, don't use the same card or same payment option for all of them. Use a different card for each account, because Facebook will associate your card with the account that, say, gets flagged and banned, and then it will see that that card is on 10 other accounts, and it'll flag and ban those too, even if they haven't done anything that Facebook views as wrong. Make sure that you are using one card per account. Now, before we wrap this up, I do want to add one thing. This is not something that I have directly experienced. I have spoken to a lot of people who have had this happen with a lot of the same questions. I have read a lot of things and watched a lot of videos from a lot of different people with a lot of the same answers. However, there is no very absolutely clear line in the sand from Facebook that says, do this, don't do that, this is why this happens, and this has nothing to do with it. They are very opaque on the matter. Unfortunately, a lot of this is kind of a maybe, we should, I don't know. But based on what I have heard from everybody on this channel who has been kind enough to share their experiences with me, and what I have learned researching this, these are the answers that currently make the most sense at this time. Try these things if you've gotten shut down. If you've gotten shut down, unfortunately, you are going to have to start from scratch. I've learned that too. Start from scratch. Try these things. If we get shut down after this, I will keep digging into this topic because I really want to have a final solution for you guys so this stops happening, because I promise you, as frustrating as it is for you, it's super frustrating for me too, because I want to see you guys win. My whole point with the channel is to encourage and share and win and help win. Like, that's the motto. Let's win and help win. So if I'm winning and some of you guys aren't winning and I'm not able to help you win, that's frustrating. So I want to get this resolved. I hope this is the way to do it. Try these things, create a new ad account, test this. Please let me know in the comments if this works. Hit me up on Instagram if you don't want to share it in public. I would definitely prefer you share it in public so other people can see, because I know there have been a lot of people who have had issues with this. So please share in the comments your experience with this. Let me know if this works, and I hope that it does, and I hope your ads take off and your song blows up. Now, before I let you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you don't, like this video and share it, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos in the future. And at the end here, got a couple videos you can check out. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.